We begin our Sunrise Smart Start with some breaking news. We continue to follow this 2-alarm fire, a very serious scene here in the town of Greece.
There's a house that's just gone now. Our News 8 crew is there with a live update. Aran Spitzer on this street still shut down, that being Stone Road. Aran.
Guys, what we're seeing here is a house completely destroyed. We arrived on scene and that house was completely demolished, as you can see. But from this vantage point, what we didn't see earlier is the second house next to it, which also had that explosion. We see windows blown out here, firefighters going in and out, making sure that things are okay. And they were fully working on that fire with water when we walked up here, though it seems that they've stopped now. They could still be dealing with hot spots, but again, they're not touching that house that was just destroyed earlier with that explosion. We spoke with neighbors who said that what they heard was an explosion. They live a few blocks down, to the point where they thought somebody was aggressively breaking into their house. Of course, when they went outside, they saw the slew of paramedics and firefighters on scene and realized that it was something a bit different. We're told the flames were quite high earlier, but it seems that this fire is now under control. We do not know yet if anybody was injured, though neighbors do say that that is not a vacant home. There are paramedics here on standby just in case that those people come out and do end up needing care. Right now, it seems that they're in a phase where they're considering what they have to do next, talking through things and kind of moving along, though again, it doesn't look like they're using water at the moment. We still see that smoke coming out of the destroyed home. There could be hot spots there. We'll know in a bit if they end up going back in to tackle those. Like I said, we do not know if there is anybody that was injured or if there was anybody in that house, even though neighbors said that it was not vacant. We'll find out more as the day goes on and bring that to you guys. For now, reporting Aran Spitzer, News 8.
Aran, thank you. Some more breaking updates. A man from Greece is hospitalized in critical condition after he was hit by a car on West Ridge Road overnight. Police tell us the 46-year-old ran across the street when this happened. RPD says low visibility and slippery conditions may have been to blame. The driver did stop waiting for help. No charges have been filed. We'll bring you more breaking updates on all of our stories as soon as we have them online throughout the morning and on air as well. RochesterFirst.com.
We have also reaction to a separate 2-alarm fire at an apartment in Gates. Gates there. We had previously said Greece, but this has left a few people without a home. Crews tell us the fire broke out just around 10 Sunday at an apartment complex on Green Tree Lane. At the scene, the News 8's crew could see flames coming through the second-story window, and that is when the crews there called for the second alarm. The firefighters were able to put everything out in about 10 minutes. One person assisted out of the building and 2 others evaluated at the scene.
We just started seeing flames come right after that, and we just knew we had to get out.
It happened very quickly.
Yeah.
Once we saw the smoke detectors and the alarms went off, and we were already getting ready to go. And so we just grabbed what we could and got up out of there, went down the hall and hit a few doors and let neighbors know that this was not this was a real thing.
No injuries here reported. 2 apartments, though, do have extensive damage, and management is working to relocate those affected tenants.
We're working to get an update for you on a weekend crash in Pinfield. That scene on 5 Mile Line Road and Atlantic Avenue early Sunday morning. Now, when we got there, part of that house was still covered in caution tape, separating what appeared to be the debris from the impact, the damage there on the front porch. We did reach out to deputies for more info on what exactly happened leading up to this and any extent of injuries. We have yet to get that response. Happening today, we of course honor and say thank you to all those who have served in the armed forces.
As we must. There are many events being held throughout our area for Veterans Day. In fact, showing your gratitude to those who served in the armed forces, it can come in many forms. For example, there will be ceremonies, parades, and festivals all over the country. There will also be some Veterans Day sales and in some cases freebies. Now, service members say as humbling as it is to receive thanks on this day, and it does help them reflect on their service, but to them, they say this is just another day at work.
But I think military service, you are actually in many ways putting yourself out on the line in service of your nation. And so it's that instance greater calling. It's what drew me in many, many years ago. And it's what I look back at now and say that's what's so special about it. So I think the opportunity for those that didn't serve to say thank you is something that I know I don't take for granted, and I'm incredibly appreciative for.
It's a remembrance of those who have gone before us and served. Today, too many of the younger folks have no idea what went on in past times. You know, when I was growing up, everybody had a relative or a friend that was in the military. Today, it's not that same way.
And once again, we say thank you to all those who have served, and we ask you to join News 8 tonight as we continue honoring our local veterans as part of our 30-minute Veterans Voices special. We will share the stories of our area vets and highlight the work they still do serving our greater Rochester community. So tune back in at 7 p.m. right here on News 8.
Let's go inside the huddle. The Bills with a big win over Indianapolis, improving on the season to 8-2. They also moved this winning streak to 5 games, and they did that without the key wideouts, Amari Cooper, Keon Coleman, and that was pretty evident. The offense didn't look particularly sharp throughout this game. At the end of the day, though, it's still a win. We start highlights to the very beginning. Taron Johnson on defense picks off the veteran Joe Flacco. Very first play of the game for the Colts. Just a nice read there by Johnson. He gets the pick 6, taking it to the house for about 20 yards. Defense on the board first. And then the Colts on top here in the second. That is until Buffalo has the ball. Josh Allen does it himself. Caps off that drive with a touchdown run of 13 yards. The Bills defense was pretty good as well, especially in the second half, keeping Jonathan Taylor to just a few yards there after he had a blowout in the first half, still creating pressure on Flacco. He ended the day with 3 interceptions and a fumble. The Bills getting to the end zone one more time. James Cook extending the lead. The final 30-20. Next up, a bit of a massive game Sunday at home against the undefeated Chiefs. Kickoff Sunday, 4:25, right here on News 8. We talk about that all week long. Yeah.
And we most certainly will. All right, James, before we let ourselves go for the morning, you have our forecast for today, our Veterans Day, and a cool down we expect.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of an interesting one today with numbers just holding in the 50s throughout the day. Yes, we have some scattered showers this afternoon. Tomorrow, not much of a temperature difference there between the morning and the afternoon, stuck in the upper 30s and low 40s there. And then there it is. Kind of sticks out, doesn't it? That 26 Wednesday morning. That's going to be the highlight, a chilly start there. But the cold air doesn't last that long. We warm right back up as we get to the end of the week.
Some people in the Finger Lakes being like, hey, we've been there.
Yeah, get on our level.
North of the Thruway, get with us. We'll have more updates coming your way in 30 minutes.
Have a wonderful day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.